he's getting it now.
Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Customs. Today we got a new one rolled into the shop for a lot of work. Check this thing out. This is a 2006 F250 Super Duty Harley Davidson crew cab truck. This one's a diesel in any case. Yeah, this got the turbo diesel in it. We have to do some rust repair and a total paint on this thing. Let me bring you in a little closer. We'll get a quick look at it before we fire it up and take it into the shop. Alright, like I say, this is the Super Duty F250 Harley truck, which is pretty cool. Thing about it is, this truck comes from up north. Now, as you can see, we have a cab corner rusted out, and I'm inner and outer rocker arms, I'm sure. Thing's pretty rusty up in there, but ain't nothing that we can't handle. The bed was pretty bad shape. The owner went ahead and grabbed another bed. He just set it on there with some straps so it's easy for us to take off. He's already started on the frame a little bit trying to clean it up. We have, what is that, Eastwood product for the frame. New to us. We're going to try out and get this frame coated and taken care of. But yeah, that bed doesn't look too bad. A couple little dings here and there. But it's got to be perfect because, I mean, you know, we're talking about painting this thing black. So it's got to be on the money. He's went ahead and done the bed liner. And I believe he put some extra bed liner in there in case we need to do some touch-ups here and there. Got everything done. Yeah, I think the bed's almost ready to come off case. It's got a couple little braces on it. But yeah, basically cab corners and inner and outer rockers is the biggest thing on this truck at the moment. Then we'll get her all stripped down, check everything out. Of course, get this frame done and get that bed into shape. These here are hooked up, Casey.
Look at where they go. Where you said they have to be undone.
Oh, okay. Well, they go right to the bed. Yeah. Well, I just got educated right quick. Oh, a tailgate. That's what we're missing.
No, I remember the other one was dented and he has to pull the mechanisms out and try to pop it out.
Okay, he'll bring it to us later? Okay, well that's cool. Because yeah, we got a lot to do before we get to that point. But yeah, we're going to get this thing fired up. And what the plan is, we'll try to get it fired up and back it up in the third bay so we can go ahead and get the bed off and set it in there. And then put the truck on the second bay on the lift. Then basically get the seats and the carpet and everything out. Yep. So we can assess the damage and get to cutting and then order the parts that we need. Well, there we go, guys. 06 Harley truck. Let's get busy. All right, guys, here's how we're going to do this. This bed's too heavy for one of us to grab aside and just pick it up and take it off. So what we decided to do was push the Galaxy out of this. This is third bay we're in. And we're going to grab the biggest ladder here. Casey's going all the way up to the roof to the center rafter. It's two, is that 2x8s up there? Yeah. Yeah, double 2x8s. And we're going to use a chainsaw, pick the bed up, drive the truck out, and then set the bed on something that'll hold it up really well as we scoot it forward. And just got enough room to store the bed in here and get the Galaxy back in here so it's not out in the weather. But let's see how this goes. This here is our plan of action. As you can see, Casey got that up there. I think that'll hold just fine. So this should pick our bed up for us without any problems. And we put covers on the front of the bed. That way if it comes back and forth a little bit, we won't lose a back window. That's very important. got that bed off, and rigged up this nifty little stand here with some rollers where we move this thing around. We didn't want to set it on the ground. Don't want to bend or mess up anything here. So this right here holds it great. And as you can tell, by the looks of that, Casey's stripping and tier. That is the next thing to do. Come around here and I'll show you what we got and why we're doing it. Good. He's getting her stripped out. Giving you a hard time, Casey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all of these bolts are just rusted to death. He's having to fight every one of them, as you can see. We've got to get the rest of these bolts out, and these little brackets for the seat belts, and a little more cleaning up. Then we can get the plastic stuff out of here, get the weather strip out, get the carpet out. And we have to do that so we can see just how bad the rust is, how far it's made it in. And of course, welding in the inner and outer rocker panels and the cab corners, you don't need carpet in there to catch on fire. But yeah, that's where we're at, and that's what we're still working on at the moment. All right, well, we got the interior stripped out. This is plenty enough for us to work. Well, floorboard looks good though, don't it, Casey?
Yeah.
From in here. We're going to raise the truck up and do an inspection underneath. From what we've seen, there's a lot more damage than what was initially thought. Rust damage. I think we're going to have to put, what did we say, cab mounts in the front?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll raise it up and give you all a look at that. But yeah, the interior didn't turn out bad at all.
Debatable.
I mean, I've seen a whole lot worse, that's for sure. Especially as rusty as these quarters are. I expected the floor pans to be rotted out, but
I was talking about the work to get it apart.
oh yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of time flew by. It's actually the end of the day. That's how long it took us to get that interior apart. But hey, we're getting it. So far, so good. All right, let's see what we got under this. Casey got this running board off so we can get a better look. As you can tell, she got a little rust in her. Thing is, these front, you got a light, Casey? It's dark under here. I think I can see okay. Yeah, see the front, of course we're doing the inner fender wells, but see that cab support right there? That thing's rusted. That thing's rusted pretty bad. Yeah, thank you. I found the whole piece that you replace. It's like the bottom of the floorboard. Yeah, it's like these floorboards are like two-piece. So we're going to have to replace the front of these so that we can get these cab supports and get this thing looking decent. That's just a little surface. No, that's rust. Well, I'm going to look at that picture of that floor and see how far it comes back for the underneath. Yeah, these are rusted out too, Casey. Of course, inner rocker, we know comes right up and welds into here. Oh, that one's gone too. Well, be. Okay, yeah, the other side's worse. Good God, yeah, it is worse. Oh, yeah. That's not lovely at all. We're going to have to get the under floorboard. Yeah, we'll get a new set of body bushings too. I was looking at them, they're not that expensive. You can get the nice polyurethane. Get them in black, red, and blue, I think. Alright, well that's what we have on that, guys. Alright, well y'all seen that rusty mess under there, but no stress, we can fix it. Casey went ahead and took the grill, which is going to be replaced anyway, and the headlights and the fenders off. The reason we took the fenders off, for one, to get them Harley Davidson emblems off where we don't injure them. But mainly because we got to get up in here when we do all of this work on these rocker panels. This right here is plenty enough. We can get in there without taking all that down. He went ahead and took the mirrors off and the door ridges on the bottom. That way paint can get in there good. And what he's doing now, he's working on the frame, and you see he's getting it cleaned up. And what we're going to be trying out here is the Eastwood, and this is not sponsored, rust converter. This is what the owner of this truck had sent here and wanted the frame to be done with. So we're going to give this stuff a try. What are you going to do, Casey? Do the back half of the frame and see how much is left and then go to the front? Yeah, because the back half is the worst. But what he's doing is just hitting it with a wire brush, trying to get the big flakes off. I know that this stuff says you can put this right over rust, but I think a man needs to get the big flakes off and things like that and then treat it. So I'll shut this camera off and let Casey get busy. We'll see how this stuff works out. Alright guys, Casey's got that frame cleaned up, as you can tell. Like I say, hit it with the wire brush. Got everything the best he could. So now, I just grabbed him a paint cup. See, safety equipment. You're gonna put on more than one glove, right?
Yes, put on
Oh, okay. We're just gonna put this stuff in here. I got him what I think will be a good brush for the project. Yeah, truth be known, it's the only brush I could find. But it's perfect. It'll work perfect.
And yes, you can brush or spray this on.
Yeah, we're gonna try to brush. It'll be less messy. The thing about spraying, stuff's gonna be airborne and you're wasting.
Yep, and with how rusty this frame is, you probably want to brush it on.
What is that, like coagulated milk or something?
Caramel milk.
About what it looks like, ain't it? Pretty thin, yeah, that would have sprayed fine. You guys, really all you do is this right here. Well, don't spill it on the floor,
It's still
but
gonna make a mess. Oh yeah.
yeah, just make sure you cover everything with this coagulated milk here. Is that coconut milk?
That might be it. That might be what it is.
I think that's what it is.
Who knew? Coconut will convert rust.
That's it. Alright, well, I'm going to let Casey be and let him do his thing. We'll come back with the camera in a little bit and we'll show y'all how this stuff turns everything to black, don't it, Casey?
Yep.
Or allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You can kind of see it already doing its thing.
Nope. Just look like you spilled, I don't know,
Oh, you don't see the blue?
sour milk. Yeah, I see it blue.
It's like it's blue in the frame.
Oh, we're blue, like blue in a gun.
Yeah.
Huh, cool, cool. Alright, well, we'll come back and see how this turned out. Well, as you can see, the stuff is turning quite a pretty blue. Pain to put on, or not that much problem?
Crevices are, but if you're using a brush, you can squeeze it down in there and spread it as best you can.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a brush is the way to do this stuff, right?
If you're on like a fender or something like that, definitely use a spray gun. If you're doing frame, definitely use a brush.
Yeah. Well, it's coming along good. Cool, cool. Alright, well, I'll let you be and keep on rocking.
That's the first coat.
Alright, we'll let that stuff settle overnight. And this is what it ends up looking like.
This is before, that's with the single coat.
Yeah. You see the shackle holder right there, and then the frame that got coated. Yeah, there is a difference. Alright, this is your first coat, right? Okay.
You're going on the second coat today, and then you have to let it sit for 48 hours. So it'll be next week before I get the third coat back on.
Second coat, sit for 48 hours, then third coat.
Or paint, whichever one you decide.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll contact the customer and see. Me, I would paint.
I shoot some undercoating on it.
Yeah, I'd get some undercoating on it. All right, cool. Well, let's get that first coat. He'll get that second coat on here in a little bit. Right now, we're going to raise it up. I'm trying to find the floor supports for the cab. So we're going to take a close look at that, see what I can find and get ordered. Okay, so you got the second coat on here. You see it's curing, still got that little bit of blue look to it. But yeah, this stuff's doing pretty good. We're waiting to do the front half of the frame because we're going to have to get in there and do all that underneath floorboard work and everything. So we'll do that when we get into that. But we got the thing stripped down. Now we know what parts we need. I'm waiting on a email for everything under the truck as far as the sheet metal and the cab supports go. And in the meantime, Casey's decided he's going to work on the bed. The original bed that was on here was just totally rusted. So the gentleman found this one, which actually looks great as far as no rust. But it has tons of just dings and dents in it. Hey, it's a truck, you know. I mean, it's going to have stuff like that. So this is going to be sanded down. And the way to do this, Casey's going to grab the DA with some 80 and go over it. Holding that DA just really good and flat on there. Don't turn it and curve it. And that will reveal all the dents. So you got a crease on this side, right? Yeah, he's got a, I don't know if y'all can see that crease. It starts up here, goes down here, and then down through there. So, yeah, he's got to deal with that. But yeah, might as well get the bed body worked because that second coat of rust treatment is going to be 48 hours. This is Friday, so it'll be Monday before we can get back at that. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for part one on the 06 Harley truck. Stay tuned for more videos. The next thing we're going to do, like I say, he's going to work on that bed and get his body worked up. And then we're going to order that sheet metal for underneath and them supports. So we're fixing to really go crazy on this thing and do a lot of cutting and a lot of welding. So y'all stay tuned for them videos as well. Well, y'all, I appreciate you watching this one. Like I say, this is a little new model, you know, compared to what we normally work on, but we're happy to have the job and happy to do it. If you would, throw us down some comments. If you're able, hit us up on the super thanks below. And please, like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate it much. Until the next one, we hope that everyone has a fantastic day.